This year's National Youth Day comes at a very critical time in the history of our country. We are going to the polls for a general election in the next 5 months. And young people happen to be the majority of the voters. And yet, we have seen that young people have been used as tools for political violence, political division, and tools for political manipulation. For so long, young people have been used to just mobilize and rally behind the older generation. We appreciate what the independence generation did to give us the freedom that we enjoy today. But we have come at a time when young people must decide the future of this country. We have millions of young people coming out of colleges and universities, and they have no jobs. Even those that are working today are getting too little for the work that they do. We have young people that are used as tools of labor for foreign multinational companies. The era of young people will be used for political expedience, as political tools for political division and political violence must come to an end. And I would urge young people now to use this Youth Day to reflect and to make sure that they take a center stage in national leadership. As Democratic Progressive Party, DPP, we invite young people to join us and use the DPP as a platform to contest as councillors, mayors, council chairpersons, as well as members of parliament. The future of this country depends on the young people, and the young people must take it upon themselves to lead and not to be followers.
Now, today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to announce to you. There was a meeting here on Sunday. There was a meeting here on Monday. The Council of Leaders and the Central Committee instructed me to come and announce to the whole world that this alliance is no longer Tonse Alliance. So those who want to abuse us because of the name Tonse Alliance, sorry, Chayuma lele. Allow me on behalf of all the members of the Green Ghost, the members of the various political parties that are in this alliance, and members of the civil society organizations in this alliance, allow me to launch the latest, the most formidable, the one and only alliance that is going to remove Haga India on the 13th of August. Let's launch the new alliance. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Pierre Alliance. Tell them we are not Tonse. In fact, today we are Pierre Pamosi Alliance.
Good afternoon, Zambia, and a more than happy Youth Day to the 15th to the 35s, the heartbeat and the mass of this great nation. Today, we move beyond the slogans under this year's theme, Arise and Sow. And we aren't just talking about dreams, we are talking about the 226 seats in our National Assembly and the governance of our 116 districts, from the 5 bustling city councils to our 96 town councils. In the heart of our rural districts, a legislative shift is happening. The law is clear. To take part in these specific seats, you must enter as a youth and exit as a youth. But as we head toward the August elections, the burning question remains: are political parties truly ready to adopt young lions as their primary candidates, or will the youth be relegated to the proportional sidelines? This is Conversations at One. My name is Mike Sakala, and joining me in studio today is Sir George Chomba, who is going to help us and get to scrutinize this particular topic that we're having this afternoon, the 12th of March 2026. Remember, as always, this is the biggest lunchtime conversation in the motherland, and you can be a part of it by getting to write us a text message on various matters that we're going to be looking at, and also the topic at hand. Are the youths really ready for MP as well as councillor positions after the August elections? So George Chomba, it's a lovely good afternoon to you, and I wanted to say Happy Youth Day. But it's good to have you.
Happy Youth Day. I am in the evening.
Okay, definitely.
So, Happy Youth Day.
Thank you so much.
You know the history?
Yeah.
The youth played a part in our independence. On the Copper Belt, if you reach Kitwe, there is Mposa Mabwe. You see, on the 11th of March, they were protesting against the policies of the colonial government. That was in 1960. And they wanted a better life. So, although in Zambia we commemorate Youth Day on the 12th of March, the United Nations have placed it in August, actually. So various countries have got their own dates for celebrating the youth. So Happy Youth Day.
Thank you so much. If you are still in your youthful ages, obviously, how would you get to interpret this year's theme, Arise and Sow?
Well, we are the theme is coming at a time when there was an amendment to the Constitution to allow for the youth that is under the proportional representation to be picked. That is, all political parties that are contesting the presidency should pick at least 11 youths, or alternating or with alternatives in terms of if you pick one youth as male, the next one will be female. Now, that is not only in Parliament. We have got 116 councils, which means roughly we are supposed to have 116 youths representing various councils. But these councils are categorized. If you have less than 20 wards, you are supposed to have, I think it's one. Then it goes with the higher you go, 2, 3, those are the youths. So apart from Lusaka having 15 youths, that is under proportional representation. All the councils are going to have that number according to the category. But what I would urge, and this is what the youths should be fighting for, is not to be complacent and say, no, they will pick me under proportional representation. What is supposed to happen is that the youth, as members of political parties, should also fight for some of the 126 seats, so that the political parties don't just adopt elderly men like us as standing for members of parliament, or women around our age standing for members of parliament, and then they say, no, you as youth will be picked for under youth representation. So if they, for example, they are given 50 from all various political parties, or women 50, people with disability 50, then we are going to see a composition of almost everybody, all the age groups in the in parliament, in the councils, which will be good. So it's an important theme that the youth should start now taking responsibility for their lives, that they shouldn't just throw stones or fight for the elderly people, but also themselves are going to be in elective position and governance position.
Now let's look at the sheer scale of the opportunity in our 116 councils. We have a diverse administrative landscape, which is 5 city councils, that is in urban hubs, and 15 municipal councils, 96 town councils, which pretty much is the rural backbone. The new law is specific. If you enter as a youth, the council or parliament, they must also just get to exit at the youth stage, which is between 15 rather to 35. Now, the challenge is that most Zambians do get to graduate school at 18 or 19 and finish university between 23 and 25. This leaves a very narrow readiness window. Is the enter as a youth, exit as a youth through a barrier, or a future for excellence?
That is a law which has been proposed by the Electoral Commission of Zambia. It's under draft, and people were discussing. Eventually, it will go to Parliament. If members of Parliament believe that this law, if it came the way it will go to Parliament, it would discriminate people who are youthful, but they can exit when they are adults. So it's members of Parliament to decide. But it's very important that people, with the change the curriculum at the moment, where in grade 6 you go into Form 1.
Exactly.
The law should be friendly in terms of you educate the young ones. Some of them become prefects when they are 18 and all those things. They go to university when they are, some of them when they graduate at 16, they go to university, and then by 21, 23, they would have done their courses. But this depends on the circumstances, the circumstance of your family. If you have got you are taking children to school, nothing happens of unnatural, they would complete in a good time, those who are intelligent. Those who are not going to make it at this particular moment, those are the people who will be repeating at grade 7, at grade 6. Those will be repeating at, is it Form 2?
Sure.
Yeah, those will be repeating. But all things being equal, we can simply say the intelligence ones should progress and complete their courses.
Yeah.
Because even when you have a grade 12 certificate, you are able to be picked, because that is the qualification, the most important qualification at this particular moment, in terms, one of the most important qualifications, apart from having supporters. Yeah.
Interesting. 0979-958392 is the number that you're utilizing to get in touch with us on, as we are questioning either the young people are ready to take up various leadership positions as the country gets ready for the August 12th, 2026 general elections. You can come through and send us your text message on what you think pertaining that particular matter. But for now, let's get into the front page headlines and find out which stories are making rounds in various newspapers, to which you also can actually get to send us what your views are in that particular regard. The Mass newspaper comes through and says, Kasune is innocent. I stopped some women to avoid confusion. That's an official that has said that. CSOs raise shrinking democracy alarm. The other one says, accept male midwives. Chief Luembe urges. Down below that one, it says, railways workers demand delayed salaries. And the other one reads, police failed to intimidate Nakonde MP. Those are the stories that are coming through from the Mass newspaper this afternoon. Sir George Chomba will be helping us analyze some of these particular stories. But for now, let's quickly get to the next newspaper. I'm sure that Sir George is taking note of a number of them that are standing out in there. The Diggers comes to and says the minister orders all councils to reduce property rates, and below that it reads and says Findlay sues FIC or FIC as law firm rejects money laundering inspection, and beneath that it says Lubinda's PF launches Pamosi Alliance. There is also another story which reads government warns dealers against holding fuel. 2026 election will be decided by cost of living. That's according to Antonio Mwanza, who makes that particular statement. There is a DPP leader. Those are the stories that the News Diggers is carrying as of today and at this particular time. Which ones are standing out to you? You can get to give us a comment via writing to us a text message on 0979958392. Alternatively, go to our Facebook where we are live right now and leave us a comment down below this particular broadcast. We move to the other newspapers and see what is happening there. The Daily Nation says UPND presidency vacant, according to Longwe, who warns party leaders holding positions that they are committing an illegality and creating a constitutional crisis by continuing being in office after the expiry of their term. And on top it says now PF forms PF Pamosi Alliance. The other one reads ECZ reported to UN, that's according to AU, and UPND has turned state institutions into tools of oppression, that's according to Kapianga. Those are stories that are coming through from the Daily Nation newspaper this afternoon. Those the stories there. You can pick on any. Let us know what your thoughts are. Quickly moving on to the next one. The Times of Zambia says HH pens letter to youths. Rise and Soar. President guarantees a firm foundation for Zambian youths. And next to that one, another one reads, motorcycle accident claims 3. An unfortunate reading there. The other one says, implement presidential orders on cancer rates. And below that one, it says Zambia's debt servicing drops. Fuel stocks position stable. That's according to Energy Minister Honorable Chikote. The other one says PF Rangos Ngona runs back to court. On the sports front, eyes on the title is a story that you expect to find next to it. It says CEC disburses 380 million kwacha for 22,500 women-led businesses. Government sources 3.7 million for. Yeah, that's pretty much the story there. But you can actually get to pick on any and let us know what your thoughts are on those particular headlines that we are looking at from the Times of Zambia. 0979-958392. The Zambia Daily Mail says, Dear youth, arise and sow. Bali. Next few years belong to you more than anyone. That's a letter, obviously, from the president to the youthful population of this country today as they commemorate International Youth Day. Chikote warns fuel suppliers against holding. 2 councillors joined UPND is another story. Youth with a difference targets junkies, sex workers. Next to that one says, teen nabbed in murder case and a new mom bury baby alive is another story there. So George, consolidatively, what's your analysis on various stories that have come through from these newspapers?
I think as we head towards the election, when you look at the president writing to the youth, today is going to address is in Solwezi. I think it would be very important for political players and political parties to commit to appointing the youth in terms of ministerial positions, since the youth positions are already guaranteed that there will be in parliament. But what about positions in that is at cabinet level? How many youths are going to be given positions? Those are some of the things that politicians should be talking about, so that even those who enter parliament would know that they are not just ending at being members of parliament, but also would some of them will be considered for ministerial position. Coming to the Minister of Energy, this is a topic which we are going to have in terms of as the war progresses in the negative sense, because nobody would like the fuel prices to go up because of the war, because it will be a global problem. Even if about 32 countries, they have promised to release oil reserves. But sometimes it's the transportation costs, because people are looking at insurance, people are, all those countries. So for me, I would love the war to end as soon as possible so that there is a return to normalcy. Even if normalcy is a relative term, because there are people who are being killed. School children have been killed, homes and certain places have been bombed, and Iran is also attacking. So it's not a very nice thing. But coming to the local scene of Zambia, this is the second time I think the minister is warning people or those who deal in petroleum not to hoard or to, in simpler terms, to hide the fuel, because the black market can take advantage. But as the minister warns, I think it's very important for ERB inspectors to ask for a little more fuel so that they can be going around these places and actually look at the statistics and also look at the tanks, whether they indeed have the fuel. So it's very important that this happens. Coming to the new baby on the block, that is the Pamosi Alliance.
Exactly.
It's very important that political parties choose who their friends are. Mr. Given Lubinda did announce that we have abandoned the Tonse Alliance. Now we are Pamosi Alliance. In a democracy such as the one we have, all those alliances are very important. But when you look at the combination of the people who were speaking yesterday, you'd find Mr. Lubinda is there, Chimbaka Mbili is there, Mao Sampa is there, but Mao Sampa is withdrawn from the race. Although the court did rule that is the president of the PF. So why am I saying this is a story which will continue happening? What will happen is that Makebi Zulu wasn't there unless he wasn't captured. GBM wasn't there unless he wasn't captured. And I am, you see, when you look at the back there,
There's a Bright Noon there.
there is a Bright Noon who belongs to the FDD. So I don't know. We have got a story which
And
is
the FDD is the purpose vehicle for
the other Tonse Alliance. So we don't know what is going to happen. So we have still got a very interesting story as we move forward to see what is going to happen. And also, since the Pamosi Tonse Alliance hasn't got a president at the moment, we are going to see what happens. Whether they are going to go to a quick convention and pick a presidential candidate or a president of the PF. So it's very interesting what we are seeing. Yeah.
Interesting. Get to give us what your views are and your thoughts. The number is 0979-958392. That is the number that you are using. Alternatively, go to our Facebook and leave us a comment there. We will be more than glad to read them out. We are Crown TV Zambia online. And yes, we are getting to accommodate your comments on that particular platform. Remember that the phone lines will be open shortly. And there's pretty much a number of text messages that have already come through from you, our dear viewers. We are asking the question of either the young people are ready or not to take up leadership position as the country positions itself to head towards the August 18th general elections this particular year. You can get to give us a call now, and let's find out what you have to say on this particular matter. 0979 958392 is the number. 0979958392. That's the number that you're using. But also just drawing your attention to the topics at George Chomba. If we talk about the youth window, what about now? All right, we are ready with text messages. Let's get into the messages. This one says, afternoon panel. A real youth is unpredictable, but for the councillor positions, very much ready. But the upper seats, it's a risky that can fall either way, negative or positive side. Mr. Finlay from Mamba. Thank you so much, Mr. Finlay, for writing to us. We really appreciate your contribution. It's good to know that Mamba is watching Conversations at 1 this afternoon. 0979-958392. That is the number you're using. You too can be like Mr. Finlay and get to send us your thoughts and your views on this particular topic. Good afternoon, panel. Again, all the alliances and opposition parties have only one agenda, and that's just to remove HH from power, but not what they will do thereafter differently than when they were there for 10 years. So they are too bitter about the humiliation they went through in 2021 elections. Paul Nyambe in Kaoma. Thank you so much, Paul Nyambe. We really appreciate your text message. Thank you so much for writing to us. We thank you. We value your contribution on this platform. You can be like Paul Nyambe and send us your views as well. 0979-958392. Good afternoon. The youths are ready, just like the women. It's the adults who don't want to let go or to leave. There should be a law giving madalas a limit. Even those who have been repeatedly in office. Most often, they do very little or nothing. Having formal education doesn't mean performance. We should use vernacular in parliament, in different fora. Wisdom comes from God. If you ask him, how do chiefs and headmen preside over matters or issues? There is no name to this particular one, but thank you so much for writing to us this particular afternoon. We appreciate your contribution. 0979-958392. Kindly consider increasing hours for your program. It's the most educative currently. Happy Youth Day to the young ones out there. For me, competence and not age should be the yardstick for elective office. Willie from Chiwombo. There's a concern there of how short the time that we have on conversations is. But thank you so much, really, for writing. I think no. Banda Kings, Lukuru, land of plenty. I like your analysis, Mr. George Chomba. This is definitely coming through from Banda Kings, who writes to us this afternoon on the matter at hand in terms of what we are discussing. Are young people ready for leadership positions? Yes, once more, youths are ready now and forever. AM from Kamwala South. Thank you so much, AM, for writing to us from Kamwala South, and it's good to know that you are a part of today's broadcast of Conversations at 1. Sachomba, the answer I wanted to hear from you is yes or no. Can I qualify to stand as a ward councillor with my grade 12 GCE, with my 3 grades merit, credit satisfactory? Help me to understand, because I'm in the race already. MMK of Kapompo. Thank you so much. They're asking that question, Sir George Chomba. Can they qualify with those qualifications?
3 merits and 2 credits.
2 credits, yeah.
Yeah. The way I answered the last time is that I need to look at the judgment, so that when I'm giving the answer, maybe even tomorrow, I need to look at the judgment to see what the judges said, what qualifies as a grade 12 certificate. Yeah, so GCE, yes, if you have got and you have gone to the examinations council to have all these combined, I think you would. But let me give you a concrete answer, which will at least give you the right position in terms of But if you are in Lusaka, you simply go to the Examinations Council of Zambia and ask, can this make a grade 12 certificate? Yeah.
0979-958392. We continue with the text messages that have been coming through on that particular number, 0979-958392. Remember that you can contribute to what we're discussing. Be as cordial you as possible in your expression. This one says, good afternoon, Crown TV. Happy Youth Day to every youth in our beloved and blessed country, Zambia. My concerns are, number one, or firstly, forming an alliance just to remove the UPND from office. What wrong has UPND done? Is free education close to 100,000 real jobs, increasing CDF, meal allowance, stabilizing the country? Is this bad? They want to take Zambia back on its knees. Secondly, youths need to rise and soar, as said by the president, a very responsible one for that matter, Mr. Slavwe over Chambishi. Right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Slavwe. We appreciate your contribution this afternoon. You can as well be like him and get to write to us. Good afternoon, Crown TV. I'm enjoying the program, but all we need is change. Chapwa, whoever takes up, it's fine. Don from Chinsali. Thank you so much, Don Kuchinsali, for writing to us this afternoon. Chinsali. Is it like the one that we do, Chisali? This one says, not sure about our youths being MPs after seeing Munia Zulu, Mpundu Binwe, and this one who ran away to Zimzim, CML of Sinazongwe. Thank you so much, CML. We appreciate your contribution. We are glad that you found time to write to us this particular afternoon. Thank you so much. This one says, people like Mr. Luvinda should retire from politics. They have eaten.
What have they eaten?
That's there's no name to that one, but thank you so much for writing. Afternoon, HH told us what he will do. Did he do? How old a youth should be, because most youth chairmen are above youth age.
This is a very important observation.
Sure.
The youth should be below 35. You have a grade 12 certificate. Obviously, like I said, most of them you finish your grade 12 maybe around 18 years old if your progression is okay, or even when you are 20. And then for those who choose to go to college, maybe it's 3 years, or University of Zambia, or university it's 4 years. So you'll be about 24 when you enter politics. That's good enough. So, and this selection of the youth, I should make it very clear. If the proposed Electoral Process Act is actually adopted by members of parliament and passed and assented to, if you enter as first of all political parties who are going to have presidential candidates should submit party lists that is within 5 days after nomination. So it's not only the ruling party which is supposed to submit, even for women and people living with disabilities. It's all political parties who are going to contest the presidents who are supposed to submit the party list of 20 women, 15 youths, and 5, that is at parliamentary level. Also at council level, depending on the council where you are supposed to also submit party lists. That is women, youth, and people living with disabilities. So we will see a different kind of representation that is at council level and also at parliamentary level.
Let's continue with the text messages and just get to find out what you have continued to write to us. The only problem is that every Jim and Jack wants to take the position of president in Zambia. No wonder we do not have a strong opposition, and time is already out to defeat the ruling party. Otherwise, the forward Chabe from SKM of Sinda Eastern Province. Thank you so much, SKM, for writing to us. We appreciate your contribution this particular afternoon. You can as well go utilize the number 0979958392 and write us your thoughts on what we are discussing this particular afternoon conversations at 1. The young people ready to take up leadership positions? Yes, we are, but for MP, the cost is high to compete with those adults. Uncle Eddie, thank you so much for writing. Thank you so much. That's his observation there, obviously. But I really appreciate you, Eddie, for writing to us. Good afternoon, Mike and Sak Chomba. The youths are ready to take over leadership after August 2026 elections, but I urge them to improve in discipline. As leaders, we expect them to be shining mirrors and lead by example to avoid what happened to some young MPs in Parliament, totally shaming us. Instead of representing the people, they started misbehaving. According to Pamosi Alliance, their position is to remove HH and UPND, but they are mute over what they will do different from the current leadership. Why Tamulanda? This is senior citizen of Itezi. Thank you so much, senior citizen, for writing to us as well. Appreciate your contribution and your comment. This one says, good afternoon. History abounds with countless examples of young men and women who have portrayed exemplary leadership qualities and a great sense of responsibility. I strongly believe we have such here and now. The challenge is finding them and bringing them on board. If we are going to give people huge responsibilities simply because they are young and connected, it will all be but in vain. Malumo of Itezi. Thank you so much, Malumo, for writing to us as well. We appreciate your contribution. 0979-958392. Good afternoon, panel. We just have too many alliances. At the end of the day, they are giving UPND more chances of winning these elections. GK from is it Mkushi? From Mkushi. Thank you so much, GK. We really appreciate your contribution. And it's good to know that Mkushi is watching Conversations at 1. As long as those who have authority to give positions are remaining adults, it becomes difficult for majority youths to get decision making positions. Amos Filawa of Lusaka. Thank you so much, Amos, for writing to us as well.
Let me just contribute on this one, where they are saying adults are the ones who are going to make decision on how to apportion a position to the youth. Actually, if the proposal in the Electoral Process Act is adopted, if you submit an adult as a youth, that list will be rejected. So you actually submit the list of the youth who are youth and who are going to come out of Parliament or maybe the council as youth. So it's very important that between now and nomination, these things are actually done and they are done properly. Yeah.
Interesting. Let's see if we still have a few text messages so that we conclude and move on to getting to pick your phone calls. Hello, sir. What are the qualifications for someone to aspire as a mayor? Hamugale from Kalomo Magoye. Thank you so much, Hamugale. We appreciate you writing to us this afternoon. It is good to know that Magoye is actually watching. We appreciate you being part of today's program. Panel, I tell you, I have never seen this kind of drama of the opposition before now. The fight is between the Conce movement and the Tiende Pamosi. This fight will go on and on before settling on the targeted HH. The question now is, when are they going to settle this war? Anyway, the good part is the plan B trap, which was meant for HH, has backfired and hit them badly. They don't even realize they are engulfed in the plan B of their own smoke. This is how God confuses evil planners, as it was in the biblical Babylon. Enjoying the Zambian wasted years movie. Samuel. Thank you so much, Samuel, for writing to us. this afternoon. We appreciate your contribution. Let's see if we still have other text messages. 0979-958392 is the number that you are using to write to us. And also, you can actually get to give us a call on that particular number as well. Good afternoon, Crown TV. My take is on new formation of Mozi Alliance by the PF Luwinda, Kambwili and Maus. How many alliances are we going to have? To make matters worse, all these alliances are all coming from the Patriotic Front, meaning zero equation, still dividing votes, and UPND is still on having advantage to win. Baron Sijera from Mpongwe. Thank you so much, Baron. We appreciate your writing to us. Thank you so much for being a part. PF is at the bottom of the river. What can they bring back apart from violence and no free education? A lot of crosswords. PF Munduwire, PF Luwinda, PF Makebi, PF Chavinga. Zambians have lost hope in the confused alliances. That's according to Collins, who is watching the show from Mongu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, really, for taking time to write to us. Good afternoon, panel. The FP or PF maybe has lost direction. They are not coordinated. They are confusing themselves. No name to this one, but we appreciate you. I appreciate your contribution. 0979-958392 is the number that you're using to get in touch with us on Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
We are very fine, thank you, sir. Your name and where are you calling us from?
Zulu Elias calling you from Mufira.
Mr. Elias Zulu, how is Mufu Lira this afternoon?
Now Mufira is doing fine, very cool. The weather is favorable. I don't know you there.
We are all fine here. There's a matter at hand. Give us what your thoughts are.
Yeah, my concern is, I just want to ask you, do the youths who are sending messages to you understand the theme of the topic that you are talking about?
You expect a response right about now?
I don't know, maybe you may try to explain, because there the theme is talking about, do the youths ready to take up what? Leadership, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is important, as we are explaining to them, more especially to my big brother there, to explain to the youths, understand, so that as they comment, they move together with his explanation. Than you commenting about the tonse, the what. The topic is, do the youths ready to take up leadership? So let them, big man, explain to them, understand, so that they can move together with him. He's explaining very well, but those who are sending messages, they are more like getting out of the topic. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your contribution. 0979-958392. That is the number that you are getting to use to call us, and we want to hear your voice on these particular matters. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mike, Katala, and Mr. Chomba.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much. As usual, the name is well known. Alvet on the line, calling from within Lusaka. Chomba.
Mkwai.
Itile nkalipa kufrenchimo. Nalalanda ichishinka with me. I think you know me as a person who says the truth. Youths, they are ready to take up the positions. They can work very hard, and they can also try by all means to improve the economy of this country. The problem is with the old folk. They want to hold on this position for a long time. Mr. Sakala, I'll give you an example. Politicians within Abebe, like Muma ruling party, youth chairman, muntu mukula youth chairman na vice wake awe na imwe Sakala youth alimwe kala pamenzo na imwe mwiranga Zambia bachomba Zambia tiyako angasha lekeni aba chikwata na jemai mwaba babe ama youth chairman, youth chairperson, aba political parties, not umuntu alefo kulingana na ine at youth chairman kwanga cha Zambia. We are in Fortes Takula. Sinan kondi bana bangono to take up this mantle. Simple as that. They want their positions. Why are you grabbing things that don't belong to you? Same all the politicians. I don't know why they behave like that. Today, because of their behavior, balekera nomba opposition mumone kundola batwala mayutsa bengi in a good number. UPND, they have failed to take kundola kumoneni. We've got numbers here by Chabanga Kuria. But because of the leadership, why are we embarrassing ourselves? Ruling party, Mutwala Avantaba Nono, Tawachi Bonafeska Kundola, Avantaba Bengi. We can qua mano, we've got numbers. Don't embarrass our party. This party, it is the biggest party, and so far it is performing well. But because of our positions, it's not good. To therefore, I'm a position give them back to the owners. Simple. Ngawali kwanisha 40 now ukula. But Mike, last I'm reminding all the people who are claiming to be youths. You see, it is 18 years up to 35. Na ipwa. Ngawali kwanisha 40 kwa chini. Wila titida maposonzi. Aya shilingile. Ukuwa ayenu. Na total. I submit and I'm very annoyed.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alvet. We hope that you are able to cool off the annoyance that you're going through right now. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, your name and where are you calling us from?
Yes, this is Pierre calling from Kitwe.
Please go ahead and give us your views.
Yes, I just want to...
You have a very shaky connectivity there, but we are hoping that you can call us back, 0979-958392. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm saying good afternoon to you. You're talking to Shukuru here in Rapula.
Shukuru.
Mukwa.
Shani Rapula.
Kwa diwa maile kabuina mfula. Nesa bilila.
Amazing. Not quite area. Wishe misepera na shipe kanyoku sta take over. Utungurush.
In theory, yes. In practice, no. Look at the few youths we tried in this parliament. What the speaker must be a man. Pantumukala puko rubuli. Vachomba.
Mukwai.
Whatever youth chairman kusinda tavala tuma.
Awetavala tuma.
Davatu mumba pocha nimba cha nominate bakai ku parliament as youth chairman.
Thank you so much,
Again, coming to women, the one woman who I'm very worried about, and I'm sure she will try to bulldoze into parliament. If you remember during Bill 7, she was more than 100% against the bill. Yet it was meant to empower women. And on the Women's Day, she was in the forefront lobbying, wanting more women. So I can't just understand, are we going to take confusion to parliament, or what do we want to take to parliament? Because there will be a lot of confusion. Otherwise, as much as I would want the youth to go there, I think they must sober up. I concur with the man from Ndola. I'm also of the same view that today there is no youth chairman across all parties, because they are all 45, nearing 50. How can you be a youth with a daughter who has got also a child? Who's the youth between the grandfather, the daughter, or the small boy? We don't have youth chairmen today. Across all parties, they are all old people. Talk of PF, UPND, Nabakalabaniva youth chairman. I don't know to Alande Finki Kwajira side. Thank you very much.
0979958392 is the number. 0979958392. That's the contact number that you're using to get in touch with us on. Those are the the proceedings they are coming for
the youth
Day commemoration proceedings happening on the Copper Belt, and this is actually in Solwezi, actually,
yes,
where the Republican president is gracing this particular event and just getting to show you some visuals of how this day is going so far. But yes, we are discussing the matter of either or not the young people are ready to take up leadership positions as the country gets to get ready for the general elections in August this year. You can get to come through and give us what your views are. Let's hear your thoughts. And we pretty much get to appreciate your call and pick them up right about now. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Afyashi, Bashukashani.
I am Kwaivadishan.
This is Nathan calling you from Mamba, Southern Province.
Please go ahead, Mr. Nathan.
Yes, my take is I'm sure the youths are ready. I think it's just the high time to all the opposition, both the ruling and the opposition parties. It's a turning point for us youths to be given those opportunities. As many people have said, you find that those people who are in leadership, the youth chairman, the youth, they are more than youths. Now, how will be the opportunity be given if those people, those positions for the youths are being taken by old people? I think something must be done, or maybe whatever it can be done, especially amendments. Maybe something must be amended to our constitution concerning our day, so that at least those who are given those opportunities. We are glad that the president said in the parliament there will be a 5% representation of our youths. But let's hope it will be done. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you, Mr. Nathan, for talking to us all the way from
Thank you, Mike. How are you?
We are very fine, Mr. Mononge. How are you doing?
Very, very fine, Mr. Chomba. I hope you are doing fine.
I'm okay, sir.
My youth never Yes and no. You know, even in the past, Mr. Chomba, I think you come from afar. Even in our traditional leadership, sometimes they could pick a young person whom they want to inherit some chieftainship. But that person would still work with the elderly person until that time when they realize now is now mature. Then they can hand over everything to him. So the young people today, if they want to be better leaders, let them not demonize, okay, and think they can do it better than their elderly, their parents. No. Let them join political parties, work with them, okay? I think that is better. This is why what this current president has done, by even making a constitutional provision which allows youth to go to parliament. I think that is one way of grooming them into what the leaders that we want. Unfortunately, some young people today, because they think they have learned a lot, then they think they can do it better. No, I'm not saying the current situation is okay, where all the leaders at party levels leading youth are elderly people. No, what I believe is, if we have Mr. Liswaniso as a youth leader, let a chairperson, at least a chairperson should be a younger person who should wait, or let them appoint a young one to lead certain youth structures at district, at provincial, who are reporting to an elderly person at the national level. If you have a gifted youth like in Namushi, this is Waminyima from Nalolo, then give that young person a chance to lead others. I like what each other says claims to be youth, yet is above 40 as well. No, what it is young people are ready, but they need to work with the people who are older than them. Don't demonize them, appreciate them, because they were equal youth. For them to be what they are today, they worked with you who are older than them. But Hari Mwanga Punkumbula, I mean Benon Mwanga, was appointed when young, was working under people who are elders. So if the youth, they think they can do it alone even without the elders, that's why they would miss it.
Thank you so
much.
They
are ready, but we need to identify them and groom them properly. I thank you.
Really appreciate you, Mr. Chideshe. How are you this afternoon?
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
We are very fine. How is garden?
Garden is okay.
Sure.
Yamba Wachomba. Say, Mike naye na nisinya yufi obwanyi cause mwamufyenga kale nzofunika ali ku celebration nishita mwachikali na bakozi kale bakozi masinya yufi.
Thank you so much for talking on my behalf, sir.
Yes,
he's representing the youth.
We want to put things into practice.
Sure, sir.
Ngachikala na bakozi amasinya yufi like ifwe kale tatuli okuli konsela nfo tulolera ba baby. Thank you so much. Tetumbawe ama wachombati nshumfuika ene phone ya itobeka sorry mbinji sefie ku crowd mise mwana ife mwala chitatawe ona ibomember ken tumirungisheko ka screen. Otherwise to answer your question Uncle Chomba and Mike, I think for me youths are ready. We are not ashamed or disappointed by those colleagues who have gone before these youths, because we have got hope from other youths. If I tell you to say we have got Izitu Amnima, the man has conducted himself properly outside and inside Parliament. We have got my colleague like Christopher Kangombe. The man has conducted himself properly outside and inside Parliament. Today I was listening to him, he's addressing something in London. So what we are saying is that, look, if my youths, if so when it comes to give position to the youths, we are appealing to the elderly people to say, support us as well and be with us. Don't get frustrated to not sit with us when we ask for advice. The way Mike is learning something from you. To say, these youths, they are pushing for leadership. So most of the time you sit with them, you tell them, even when I'm listening to you, you say, in my younger age as a journalist, this is what we were doing. So Mike also is picking leadership from you. If I tell you to say, me in 2011, records are there. In 2011, I was the youngest councillor to stand on the UPND ticket. Okay? So we were looking for that leadership opportunity as young people so that we can begin to read, so that we learn something before the elderly people say, I think for us it's over. But to those colleagues who have not conducted themselves properly in Parliament or in any leadership position, we are appealing to your conscience as well to say, you are killing these people who are coming back. Who are coming before you.
Thank you so much.
Sasa ngirako problem yama wachombaza I conclude is you know, every political party will have a problem to choose, like the way you were explaining, to say you need to pick someone who will be still a youth before the end of the term. Apopa kesavera koka problem. That canceling the because I don't think there will be any political party who is going to pick people who have not been aligned to that political party. And one of the reasons why young people were not involved in politics, unless if forever Africans are forever Fitala, it's because of the previous government, the way they conducted themselves. As the youths, we were just used as a political tool for violence.
Thank you so much.
I can tell you, even women, they were scared to come into politics because of how politics were conducted. But now we have got a very good atmosphere. Women can go and stand on a podium with a man and compete on ideas rather than the way it was in the past. Thank you so much for to the Masinya youth, but California manaraisa ka screen kali shimonanga mu apostate yawe crown now is on. at 13. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chideshe. There, Sir George Chomba. We are concluding. What are your concluding remarks with regards to what we have been talking about, and also the submissions brought forward by our various viewers?
Belonging to a political party is two ways in terms of offering yourself for election or somebody electing you. Now, I've said this is a draft, a proposed draft that is in the Electoral Process Act, but we are going to read it even when it goes to Parliament and approved and sent to. What people, the youth, should understand, it's not for them to sit at home and say, they will just write my name and then I'll be there. It's not like cash for work or at the moment. The youth who would like to be councillors, the youth who would like to be members of parliament, actually when you are approached by a political party or you are meeting your party leaders, you are supposed to affirm that actually these are my particulars and I qualify to be a member of parliament. So there should be serious lobbying at this particular time as we go towards nomination and also on the party list. So it's not I'm seated as George Chomba and then I'm put as a youth or Mike. If you belong to any political party, go there and say, Inenifuna. That's the way it is. Are they ready? Well, youths have always been ready, but it's up to them to sink or swim. Yeah.
The seats are reserved and the map from our town councils to parliament is clear, but a rising and soaring requires more than just a seat. It requires a vision that lasts longer than a term of office. This has been Conversations at One. My name is Mike Sakala. Thanks to you that came through via text message as well as via phone calls to give us what your thoughts are on the matter that we are discussing and the young people ready to take up leadership positions. So George Chomba, thank you once more for being here. Just like always, it's a pleasure. And to the rest of